Alright folks, welcome back to Pushing the Potters, episode number 17. It's Ryan Shawcross's number, he's the captain. Let's see how we've been getting on. We've obviously come back for this Champions League second leg quarter-final against Paris, but how did we do in that game? I decided not to record or give you any real coverage of against Manchester City, underperforming Manchester City, and how did we fare? Obviously, we cruised to a 4-0 win. It's difficult to know really what they're doing wrong. If it ever loads, you can see that they created quite a bit, but in fairness, they hit the woodwork and had a clear-cut chance to add two. They were in the game, but just didn't really threaten us, and they've just got underperforming players. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know what to think. Maybe we can pick a couple of their players up. De Bruyne and Sergio Aguero, perhaps on the shopping list, although quite pricey. But what are we here today for? We're here for today for Champions League. We have a 0-0 to protect, to keep protecting 0-0. Can we get ourselves in that bowling hat, or the bowler hat, for the semi-finals? The semi-finals. Doesn't work like this. Anyway, PSG missing big players, Di Maria and Aurier, and of course Guedes, who was sent off against us. We're missing Mbulu, who was sent off. And Thomas Lemar picked up a calf strain against Man City, so he won't be available today. And what does that mean? It means our side looks like this. So it's basically the same team that we played in the first leg. However, in comes Zaire in central midfield. He replaces Mbula. And Vlasic comes in on the left side, which means Sigurdsson will shift into the middle for the injured Thomas Lemar. We'll go down and we'll play on the counter system because I'm afraid of everything that PSG can throw at us. And I reckon it's going to be everything but the kitchen sink. I don't know what that word is in French, but I wish I did. Right, so that's how they're lining up. And again, yeah, it's good. It's good. We're going to go with this then. We're going to try. We've got some good results on the road, not against clubs of this size. This is definitely Stoke's biggest ever game. Certainly the biggest game under my stewardship. So let's hope against hope that we can steal something and make the semi-final crazy. Joe Allen, he's got Trippier's free on the right. He crosses. Oh my God! People, hold the plates at home. You can smash them now. That's a famous or similar quote from World Cup '98. No, I'm guessing not a lot of you will be old enough to remember that one. But Sigurdsson, the man who we've forgotten, the man who we thought had finished here, he put Stoke in the lead at the Park, and we have an away goal. It gives us something to protect. Icardi loses out to Shawcross. Here's Brooks Tellez. Oh, I'm getting excited now. It's the hope that kills you, though. It really is. Vlasic, he's got stood up there well. Back to him now from Tellez. Runs at the players. Oh dear, Verratti steps in. Lucas Moura's got the freedom of the left side and he spins past one. Icardi's going to score. It's 1-1. We had the lead for 3 minutes. I mean, we do still have an away goal against PSG. You can see here, Lucas Moura, that touch there absolutely rinsed us. Icardi, well, he isn't going to miss from there, is he? I mean, it's a good finish. Butland not really able to do much with that. He did narrow the angle quite well, and Icardi just picked the only spot he could. And I fear the worst at this stage. Trippier heads on to Milik, who's gone down a blind alley. Here's Joe Allen in the fullback position. It's Berardi. Back into Milik now. He's crossed into their half. Laid off to Sigurdsson onto Ayer, who finds Tellez on the left side. Where's he going? That's weird. That seemed odd. And here's Mauro Icardi. I think he's going to be on doing all those Shawcross steps across him. And Tellez now in the middle with Allen. He finds Berardi out on the right-hand side. Not a lot of space to work, and the play is breaking down. This highlight's gone on for a while, and when this kind of thing happens in FM, I usually fear that we're about to concede, and indeed, Rabiot slots in. Okay, that's 2 goals in 7 minutes, and that really does. I mean, he's gone past Tellez there with no difficulty at all. And then it's a nice drilled fit. Jack. Son. I mean, I don't know if you're unsighted there. There's no point putting your arms out like it was. If we go 3 behind now, 3-1, that's a penalty, is it? The man we decided to go with, I had a debate with myself off camera about whether to go with him or go with Ayer or Asasibar. I went with Ayer, and he's given away a penalty. Although he's a little dude, how he can give away a penalty against Rabiot, I think he was. Stand firm there, Jack. Well done, boy. Maricardi just blasted the ball straight at him, and he makes the save. Perhaps redeems himself for the 2 goals he's conceded, though I wouldn't say either was really... He was ever really culpable for either of the goals, despite that rating. Right, come on, we can do better. We can do better. We've not been bad. We took an early lead. We're going to have to try and push the game because we may as well lose 4-5-1 as lose 2-1. But how have we done? I mean, yeah, we've taken advantage of the only attempt on goal that we had. If we were Paris, we'd be a bit annoyed that we weren't more in control of the game, I suppose. Sigurdsson picks up a card. Alan's going to pick up his obligatory yellow card. They may as well give it in before the game, to be honest. I don't know why they bother waiting until the second half in most cases. Cavani takes the free kick into Matuidi. They're hardly having to move to find space. Verratti on the right side, well dealt with by Brooks. Didn't need to put so much behind that. He could have taken there was a player there closer to him he could have used. He decided to play it up high. It's a good tackle, but it's fallen nicely back to Cavani, who puts his big size 9 straight through the back of the ball and finds the top corner. This is quite a nice angle to watch it. You see here Cavani, nice. It's a great tackle from Tellez, to be honest, but it fell perfectly and he just leathers it into the top of the net. That's game over. That's Champions League over for another year. We don't get a run in the Europa League like we got last time. There will be no final appearance at this stage. Let's swap those 2 out. Dembele and Arnautovic come on for Milik and Vlasic, just to give us some freshness up front, see if we can get something. I mean, it's not completely dead, but to be quite honest, it's completely dead. Let's get Muniesa on. It's just giving game time now. We may as well treat it as a friendly. I mean, how many fans did we take? Not a huge amount. I'd like to think that was the maximum allocation. Hopefully we gave them a good mental with the opening goal, and unfortunately since then the real quality has shown. Shawcross is the furthest man forward, and it shows with his ability to find a man there. Munster. So with that as Munster. Quite like that as a name for a defender. Munster. Right, Lucas Moura. Finally we were able to tackle him. In the 82nd minute, Berardi to Sigurdsson, to Ayer, Arnautovic. Where's he going? Muniesa to Ayer. Arnautovic now. But we're not really going anywhere with this. That's been the problem. Although, are we? Arnautovic finds space. We hit the post. Dembele's tackled as it comes back. He can't finish. So we've had moments, haven't we? I mean, we've only had the one shot on target, which over 2 legs. That we've only had 3 shots on target against Paris. Do we deserve to go through? You can't say that we do. It really does show the gulf, I think, in class, in financial reach as well. I suppose they're able to bring in £100 million worth of player every summer. We hope to aspire to it, but it's going to be tricky. It was always probably the tie we wanted to avoid. 3-1 over 2 legs, not bad against Paris, but I think really the gulf was far bigger than that. I'm going to tell them they were unlucky. I don't believe that, to be honest. I mean, they were unlucky to hit the post, but it would have only been a slight difference to the outcome if we'd lost 4-5-1 anyway. Let's just I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. They worked hard. I don't know. I'm interested in that. So, what does that mean then? So yes, we go out. The board are pleased, happy, 75% happy. So. If there's 4 of them, one of them's moaning his bag off about the performance against Paris. Well, you can go away. FA Cup then. That's the best competition in England and Europe anyway. Best cup competition in the world, and we have a chance of winning it, I reckon. I'm at the point again this season of saying goodbye to our chances of winning the Premier League. We don't seem to really be able to improve enough to catch the teams above us, which is a bit of a concern. We'll keep plugging away though. As I said, our running is unfriendly, putting it mildly. So where are we going to return? I think it's the business end. I'm going to have to come back for this FA Cup semi-final at Wembo. So you'll join me as we take on Aston Villa, the villains. They're going well in the Championship. Let's see who they've bought in. They've got Mile Jedinak still. He's only played 26 times in 3 years. That was a good purchase. Really, their squad is pretty much as it is. Yeah, there's not really too much different than what I understand the squad to be in real life, apart from maybe a couple of additions. Is Albert Adoma? Yeah, but he was there as well. I thought he was still at Borough. My mistake. They got Veretout still. They put in David Mailer. I don't know if he plays for them in real life. I can't recall. He could well do. Apologies, David Mailer and Villa fans. But yeah, that's who we'll be taking on. They're third in the Championship. They've got every chance of returning to the top flight, but it looks like Brighton and Derby are leading the way. And Everton still down there. You know, they've got quite an expensively assembled squad. They signed Boyan from us for nearly 20 million. They signed Wilfred Bonney as well. They're paying him 55,000 a week to play in the Championship. They signed Reece Oxford as well. It's very rare I see him actually. They spent 10.5 million on him. Questions. They signed Ben Gibson, of course, a hotly rated prospect in real life this summer. So you bet. I think that's quite a decent side that they've got. They just seem to be massively underperforming. Anyway, I don't know why we're talking about Everton, because we're not playing them. We're playing the Villa next, so that's what we'll be coming back for. Let's hope we can do the damage in the FA Cup rather than the Champions League. Alright then, I'd like to thank you again for watching. Apologies we weren't able to progress further in the Champions League. It's slow and steady progress, year on year, rather than a successful Champions League win, which is, of course, one of our aims. Please do follow me, Knock It Wide, on the Twitters, and like the video if you've enjoyed. Let's aim for maybe 5 likes if we can over the time of the video. That'd be fantastic, just to see if you're appreciating the content here, and subscribe for more content as and when it's available. There will be plenty more coming soon. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon. Take care. Goodbye.